I woke up from a nap, I love naps. I love taking naps. Sandwiches and naps. Two great things. Have a sandwich, then you have a nap. You can have a nap and then you can have a sandwich, but then you might need a nap after that sandwich. So you might as well keep it efficient. You kind of worry about time here. I was looking at talking about Steve Shives and Christy Winters and Tim Opinions. I keep forgetting it's like disharmful opinions, dystopian opinions, something, dysfunctional opinion. And they were talking about, Richard Spencer getting hit. And I was like, oh, this is kind of interesting. Baring was discussing, like, I wouldn't want to see you injured. I really don't get where this is, you all, this is what makes you all different. But what hit me was I was sitting back and I was thinking about where I was from, raised in San Francisco in the 80s and 90s. And this is something that Trump's going to take it in 2020. Things keep going as they're going. Trump is going to win in 2020, and here's why. There are a whole bunch of people who are my age, kind of people I grew up with in the Bay Area. And a lot of these people were emigres. This is the big argument. Oh, everybody here is an immigrant, blah, blah. Well, the thing is, the past generation of emigres, a lot of these people are Christian emigres from countries that went communist or had Islamic takeovers of Salafist and Wahhabist Islam, or extreme, an extremely Gnostic version of Shia Islam as took over Iran. This idea that these people would see through the Republican Party. Who do you think votes for the Republican Party in California? Who do you think's voting in all of these coastal cities for conservative stuff? It's not like the last of the red hot or the white hot white people. No. It's like the Cambodians, the Vietnamese, the Laotians, the Hmong, the Koreans, the Toisanese, Taiwanese, the people who came from Hong Kong before it got turned over. No, these people who are like Hindis who came here, who are of the Christian community of St. Thomas. Literally, St. Thomas. These people are unsafe in India. These people there's many of these communities that they had to come here because they were being wiped out. These religious El Salvadorians, that it was the communists, the leftist communists, that were a big reason they came here. When people advocate for stuff that's liberal, there might be an issue here or there that they're like, yeah, I could agree with that. Like there's something. And they'll be like, oh yeah, I like that. But then this is and I know you lose them here. I was there. I ate at these people's tables. I'm handing this to people who are progressives, handing this to you. Once you do your dick wagging pride parade, ooh, look, we're weird, we do it like this, oopa doopa, okay, then there's no more of this like, oh yeah, Democrats, yeah, I'm minimum wage going up. Well, we are poor. We are only second generation immigrants. So, oh, but why are you all waving your dicks around on a float? What does pride mean? Pride in Hua? And they suddenly they're speaking to each other in their language because they're saying something you don't want to hear. You don't want to hear it translated. These people don't necessarily distrust you. You seem to be kind of on their side. They've been around a long time. They're not suckers. Their language is old. Their religion might be a little more new. They might be, Christian converts 3 or 4 generations in. But they know they don't like the old butthole sex thing. They've heard rumors about the old sex in bathrooms in Golden Gate Park. They these people aren't fooled. Okay, they know, like, oh yeah, Americans have a penchant for vice. Their memory isn't short, but they don't look at it as that's just an American thing. They know everybody's like that. Their memory isn't short. And when you all start, oh no, your kids have to learn the wonders of some odd gender crapola. These people aren't fooled. They speak another language. You aren't fooling them. They are shining you on, liberals, progressives. I'm handing this to you because this is the only way it could have worked. A whole bunch of people you thought were on your side shined you on. You disgust them at some level. You violate fundamental things that make them who they are as an ethnicity. And one of the key ones is you hate their Jesus. And you all better figure out what you're going to do about that, because that's in here. That's in here. It doesn't have anything. You're never going to convince them that Republicans hate their tan, that Republicans hate how almond or not almond shaped their eyes are. You're going to have a hard time with that. You're going to have a hard time convincing the Hmong that white people hate them. That's going to be a tough one, because they aren't living back in the hills, are they? No, they're not. They own property here in the United States of America where they could defend it with a gun, and they're Hmong. They use guns. I know. The Hmong don't play. And a lot of you on the left, you better start understanding you aren't being honest. This is what cost you. You aren't being honest about how blacks and Asians get along. It doesn't matter if these two groups are into the same Jesus. They don't get along the way that whites and Asians and whites and blacks do. You all won't deal with that. You won't deal with the nuances of diversity, the nuances of it. You won't deal with the fact there's a whole lot of people who came from Persia, and they don't want a bunch of Iranian people moving here. They don't want a bunch of Salafists moving here. You all won't deal with that. Salafism, what is Salafism, and how much it has affected Islam. You won't deal with it. And because of all this, you will lose in 2020. Even though somebody like me can hand you information like that, you won't do what is necessary. You won't accept what people are when you don't like it. And that's that. That's how it will go down. You all will lose, and it's because you really it's just you can't connect with other people. You don't accept them. You don't really accept them. I grew up with a lot of people. I didn't agree with their religious views. I wasn't really religious, or And yeah, when I was younger, but I respected their principles. I knew their word was gold because that's just the way that's the way they and their people functioned. I knew what a yes means yes and a no means no from a lot of those people. And as I said before, those people fed me from their table. There's a lot of Filipinos out there. It doesn't matter how brown they are. It doesn't matter how much they like hip hop. It doesn't matter how diverse their friend base is. A lot of those people don't they don't they don't they don't agree with a whole lot of things the average liberal thinks. They know better. They don't have to agree with the liberals. The white liberals are the white liberals. A lot of you don't understand that. You're your own group and you have your own interests. And the Tagalogs, the Pinoys, they don't have your interests necessarily. You've been finding this out with Duterte. Yeah. So get used to it.